Yes, I was director of the Edinburgh Film Festival for a number of years, and now I have my films screening in that festival. You'd think that it would be very different to be choosing films as opposed to showing your own film, but in fact it's quite similar. When you select a film and you put it in front of an audience, you kind of think it's yours and you're protective of it. It's like your baby. It's January, so there's no hot ferocity to the day, nor many tourists. We're almost alone. An essay film is the freest form of filmmaking, I think. What I mean by that is that when you're making a fiction film, it feels like it's a bubble almost. An essay film bursts the bubble. Often I see people in town where I live and they're driving or they're in a taxi, where I'm on my bike swerving in and out of the traffic. And making an essay film is like being on your bike swerving in and out of the traffic. There are several connections, I think, between these three films in the trilogy. One of the connections is about the theme, the storyline of each film, and the other is about the overall approach, the production method. I think my favorite film in the trilogy is the middle one, Life May Be. It's because I co-directed it. I co-directed it with a great Iranian filmmaker, artist, actor, writer extraordinaire called Mania Akbari. And when you work with someone that closely, when you co-direct, you discover more. I learned from her. I learned from her talent. I learned from her abilities. The Tide Experiment, what is it and how does it work? Here's the way I think of it. For years I've been going to film festivals, and for years I've been seeing great films, often small films, unusual films, challenging films, and then they disappear. And it's often been said by many people, what happens to those films that we see at festivals and then don't get proper distribution? And the answer, hopefully, is the Tide Experiment. The idea is that when a film is shown in a country at a film festival, then it is released simultaneously on VOD platforms like iTunes and Google Play, etc., in that country. So it's trying to combine the desire for seeing films and the ability to see films using new technology.